women with the cross hemisphere and stuff like that feel emotions more deeply than men do. And I'm the type of person that feels emotions deeply, and then if Amy had, I get it. But a woman that, so it would be famous women that want to be better people and really earnestly want to. And then a man draws strength from a woman as well as a woman draws strength from a man. So you'd have to actually, Jules has no, the whole thing Leticia said about he's a really good listener, and it's really sexy because he's a good listener, because he really listens. And then she'd have to learn to really listen too. So it'd be exchange of, it'd be deeper than like what you do. Yeah, but that's like, that hurts. Well, because I fall in love. Like she did when she took Crumb, and I was crying, and she said, I forgot how much you love babies and with the kids. And they took Patrick away, they took Natty away, they took Emmy and Kate and Noah away. And if I had to go, I fall in love, man. I fall in love. It's just not, relationships aren't superficial to me. How much more heartache do I have to? Let's just not even worry about that right now. We'll finish up. We'll talk about what people can do. Is trying to. John said slow down. John said try to slow down. I mean, that's why people listen to Eckhart Tolle and some of those other people, because they go real slow. Even though they're passing off complete and utter bullshit, they slow down in their presentation and the way they talk. That I should talk in a more slow. Mom always said that too. That Laura once said that, you know, people listen better to low and slow. I don't know. I guess some people like more the Mr. Rogers style and everything. When I talk low and slow, my voice don't sound Mr. Rogers. I can't. I try it. When I try to get a comfortable, audible tone, it's lower. I don't know. But I'm trying to slow down. The urgency is very urgent. The time now is very urgent. Our world urgently needs us to not slow down, but to speed up in our deed and actions to help save it from ourselves and our own destruction, creating our means for our own destruction. It's clearly evident. It's as plain as the nose on your face. It's as plain as the car in your driveway. It's as plain as the phone in your hand. It's as plain as the faces you ignore walking around the street. I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. I can't really help. It doesn't seem like I'm of any influence or of any help at all. It seems to me like there's a few people listening, but the listening lasts for a few minutes, and then they go back to watching TV or watching the Olympics. Yeah. Apparently, I was told that people like Richard Branson are listening and want to help change his stuff too. He put himself out there again. I remembered him. I remember Richard's longer hair with the, he's a billionaire. I didn't know he was working on the spaceport projects and stuff here and stuff like that. I'm sorry, Richard. I don't. That's one of the things you dig about me. Did you ever think that maybe some of the women on your Facebook are already famous somewhere else? No, it never occurred to me. No, and it never occurred to you to go look them up and start studying them and find out all about them or anything like that. You just kind of just went and looked at their Facebook and went, wow, that's kind of cool. And that's about it. And half of them, you don't even really look at their Facebook that much because you don't want to invade their privacy too much. That's you, Ralph. You just don't. Yeah, I know. And I've met billionaires. I know I've met multi-billionaires. I've met very powerful, rich, and famous people, and they get a kick out of it because this guy doesn't even know who I am. No. Do you know who I am? I'm allegedly the Messiah. And they're like, yeah, I know, I talked to you. And afterwards, I was like profoundly affected by what you told me, and it really freaked me out. It's like what all those people talked about when they met Judy Krishnamurti and left and were like, wow. Thanks, guys. When I talk to you, it's talking to Vince today outside the library, talking about recovering from his brain injury that he said he caused himself 3 years ago by partying too hard. And developed epilepsy, and now his brain's starting to heal, and he's excited because in about 6 months he can start driving again, getting around, be more independent. I just hope when he's driving that we have started on the road in 6 months to changing what kind of vehicles we get around in. And he's in some kind of a more eco-friendly vehicle that has more of a hovering levitation, so we don't have to worry about so much repair on the roads, and we can just keep maintenance on them and actually hire people to help keep maintenance on the roads. And we don't use big brushes to brush up the road, and we're not spraying poison on the weeds that enter our water supplies. And there's not the carbon emissions going in the air. It's killing our kids. I hope within 6 months that we're actively already making significant changes to make this world a better place for him to drive around in 6 months. That's what I hope. I'm hopeful. I really am, because, man, I'm telling you, as much as I love my kids, I can't love my kids more than I love your kids. I don't think I can love my kids any more than I do. I miss them, I really do. I miss my Katie Bug, bouncy guy. I miss them getting on my nerves, but the way they were acting, one day I said, I can't take this anymore. And I knew the kids had to be removed, because once they removed the kids from me, the sword came out full force, and everybody that kept doing wrong and dying to do wrong and hide and being stupid and stuff has gotten their ass kicked. I mean, once the kids, before I had to hold back because I was afraid they would always come in and take the kids. But once they took the kids, boom, I got nothing to lose. Your life, you took my kids, and it doesn't look like there's much chance of them getting back. I've got nothing to lose. You're going down, you and your stupidity and your stupid nonsense that you're trying to push upon my children and other people's children. It's going down. It's going down. Everything's going down in a big crash and burn of truth and intelligence and revelation and revealed of the stupid hypocrisy and lie and bullshit that it is. All these video feeds, people are looking at them, and this is part of the public library. That one that was on the other day, Good Student Teachers, that I accidentally deleted on here because I forgot to put it in here. It's loaded into the computer. Someone downloaded it, and it's in people's personal access files, and it's also downloaded and accessed at the forts and everything like that. So all the videos that I made that not everybody has watched, people have watched, and it's all part of the whole documentation. Everything's being done right now is being done and being recorded for posterity. And you're right in your place in the book, and this is your place in history. This is your world to live in, and these are your pages. And 300 years from now, this is what people will read about you, especially if you have some kind of fame today, and what you're doing about what's happening in the world today, and the active stance you're taking after listening to the intelligence of the one they call the Messiah online that is being suppressed because people are doing so to suppress it so they can suppress intelligence and continue to live in the ignorance and the destruction of the warring world that we've created. And 300 years from now, we'll have corrected it. And how do you want the people to read and see you? Do you want to be like Caiaphas? Do you want to be like Herod? Do you want to be like Tiberius? An old man who declared himself God and then had to go hide from his own Senate on an island outside of Rome, and brought young teenagers in for him to have sex with, or watch have sex? Is that how you want to be remembered? Or do you want to be remembered more like David, or Solomon, or Saladin, or Jesus, or Muhammad? Do you want to be remembered more like our prophet? Well, they romanticize those guys. Yeah, they might. But we have written documentation on Muhammad, and the man dropped roughage on his doorstep for a year and came up sick, and he went over to see if he was okay. People documented that, if it happened or if it didn't. They had a girl that they were all going to try to kill, and he took her as a bride so they wouldn't kill her. People documented that, and now idiots call him a pedophile because he saved a girl's life from being killed by a bunch of people that would judge a young girl who might possibly have been raped by one of the people trying to talk everybody into killing her. Yeah, I like my family. I think I'll be more like them. You guys can try to be more like it. Ramesses the Great and Tiberius the Living God. I'll be me. Blessings and peace.